And explain something here to the people who are paying attention to what I'm saying. I don't hold any of these as the one. The only one that I carry is the one of the first dimension, right? The first dimensional light of unity. That does not have a name. It carries many different names. Um, I carry all of these books with respect to the cultures that manifest them. From the Holy Bible, which came from the Torah and which is the Pentateuch of the Jewish Bible, right, and turned into the Christian Bible after adding the New Testament. I respect that. I read that. Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu, I respect it. I read it. Bhagavad Gita, I respect it. I read it. I have the Vedas. I look back at them. It's a little too dense. I'm not going into it. So that's I leave that for the Indian classicists who really hold their culture seriously. I respect that. The Buddha, the Dhammapada, the teachings of Buddha. I respect that. Here we go, pagan origins of the Christ myth and questions about the Bible, other approaches, the Ethiopian Bible, the myth of the Genesis and the Exodus. I respect that, right? The waters of the gap, this is talking about the Celtic mythology and the Aquasulis. I respect that. See, all of these books, and I have a Quran coming because I have not read that one, and I'm very interested in what was delivered to Muhammad to help bring his brothers and sisters back together when they were at a time of division. These are all functions of unity, of the first dimensional light of unity, coming down and manifesting themselves through humans here in this mortal coil to rebalance us to being back into functional unity instead of going to war and hating each other and dividing each other, hating each other and dividing each other. Do you understand that? So if you want to come at me with like the Bible quotes and tell me that I'm wrong and all that stuff, well, all I'm doing is what God said in the very beginning of the book in the first chapter. And the reason that I use this book right now is because it's the only one that I've found that gives a specific very first chapter of creation with this is what God gave us to consume. So I followed that because it was interesting. I thought, let's go for it. And I connect with the first dimensional light of unity. We communicate. And so they said, go back to the beginning of the book and do what I told you. So I did, right? Because I was baptized as a Christian, full immersion. I went through Sunday school. I was confirmed in the Lutheran Church. I'm carrying all the weights, right? But I do not hold this as an idol. I do not hold this as an idol. I do not hold these as idols. These are not my idols. These are information that was handed to humans to deliver us back to unity.